and that terror tape. Here's what the new threat says in part, quote, "As for your Olympics, something that you really want, we prepared a present for you. You do your business and we'll do ours. We prepared a present for you and all tourists who've come over," end quote. A video posted online shows two men who claim to be the suicide bombers behind one of last month's bloody bombings in Volgograd, Russia. The video is just adding to the fear that Russia won't be able to stop a terror attack at the Olympic Games. Phil Black joining me live now from Volgograd. So, Phil, give us more about this video and how it was uncovered.
Fred, so this video shows two men who claim credit for those bombings here in Volgograd just a few weeks ago that killed 34 people on the 29th and 30th of December. But more than that, as you've touched on, they promise there is still more to come. In that very ominous language, they say they have a present prepared for Russians, for tourists traveling to Sochi for the Winter Olympics there. They say that they have prepared this in response, in revenge for all the blood of innocent Muslims they say has been spilt across the world. And they say they have a list of people who are involved in this, who are prepared to help them, who are prepared to take part in these sort of actions. Enough, they say, for effectively an attack every day. So an ominous, first of all, taking credit for the attacks that took place here so brazenly, but also promising more to come in the Sochi Olympics, which is now just such a short time away. Fred.
And Phil, what, if anything, is the Russian government saying about how this tape is now changing their security game plan?
They haven't commented on this video specifically, but when it came to the attacks that the men in this video are claiming credit for, at the time, Russian officials said that does not change their game plan, their security game plan for Sochi, because they believe they already had everything possible in place. But what you did see was certainly a big step up in security in Volgograd, in cities like this, in transport hubs, because what that attack showed was perhaps the vulnerability, not so much in Sochi, because a theory suggests that if those men had wanted and thought they could strike Sochi at that time, they would have done so. What they have perhaps highlighted are the vulnerabilities that may exist in other heavily populated parts of Russia, and and the challenge of protecting such a vast country, so many cities, so many vulnerable targets during the Olympics, Fred.
And in what way has security been beefed up, particularly because of these new vulnerabilities?
What you've seen simply, it's just been a much more visible security presence, particularly here in Volgograd. And in particular, you're going to see a lot of that tomorrow, because the Olympic flame arrives in Volgograd just a few weeks after those terror attacks here, which, as I say, killed 34 people. And interestingly, it will be arriving by train, coming into the same train station that was attacked on December the 29th. We are expecting to see a very large security presence here on the streets, and indeed there's already very much a sign of that in this city here tonight, Fred.